Well, hello everyone. Alright, let me grab you some imagery. There we go. Okay, here we are. There. All turned on. All should be well. Welcome everyone to more Kingdom Come Deliverance. So, we're here, and first things first. I've got an announcement for you guys. I went to hell ahead and bought myself a new graphics card. So super exciting. If you want to find out more information, I'll be definitely posting in our Discord about it in the Tech Talk channel. So if you want to find out more about that, you can go ahead and do that there. This is still on the old system, on the old graphics card, because, well, I bought it only a couple hours ago. I went to the store, I grabbed it. Happy Black Friday, by the way. Yay for deals. And it's gonna be a little bit before I can before I completely get my system ready for the new graphics card. Probably gonna do like some wipes, reformatting, all sorts of fun things. So it'll take a good weekend or so for all of my for everything to work itself out and be ready for the wonderful thing that is my new graphics card. So super excited to show you guys that. So this should be our last stream with the bad frames, and hey, hopefully we'll be able to increase our graphics settings. Right now we're running on pretty low graphics settings, and I'd love to be able to increase that. So anyways, let's go ahead and get into the game. There were a few things actually that that we had options for this stream. I was looking at the kind of the quests that we had going for us. Currently we have to talk to Master Engineer Feyfar. Oh, this isn't where I'm supposed to be. I specifically tried not to I specifically tried not to save. I wanted to do all the Glisters and the King's Silver in the Skalitz Mines. I just need... How did it start tracking that quest? I'm not sure. Anyways, where were we? Probably right here. We do have some things to drop off at the merchants before we get fully started here. Anyways, though. Oh. Am I tired? Am I, like, extremely tired or something? No, I'm not. Did I not? Where's my exit save? I'm confused. The exit saves don't show up here. We're missing save 110. I gotta go back to the main menu for that, I guess. Is there a main menu option? Maybe not. Oh, that's a bother. Okay, let me just go ahead and reset this for you guys. Cause yeah, we needed the last exit save. There was a specific area that I walked through that had was tied to an autosave, which is actually why it didn't continue from the point we left off. Just because I usually do go ahead and grab a little bit of I grab the images for the thumbnails on the same save to do with the quests that we want to do. Here, let's get through all this. Come on. Okay, I guess we gotta escape. So there were a few quests. All that Glisters is the one that we are going to do right away. The other thing though is and of course we wanted to drop off our gear. The other thing that I had in mind was actually going over to start the quests over in Sasao to help out Johanka with healing all of the people from Skalitz. There we go. There's our exit save. I like that they're numbered. It makes things a lot easier. So so I was thinking also of, helping her out with uh, all of those sort of things. Oh, and I can't sprint either. All right, I'll just have to run there. How wonderful will it be to actually get my new graphics card set up and we can play games not on low quality and actually, you know, have it run smoothly. That'll be beautiful. Okay. Oh, my chat disconnected for a little bit, huh? And what time is it? Why are the shops closed? Because it's still 7 in the morning. Looks like we'll have to, sit and wait a little bit. Unfortunately, I don't think there's anything that we can actually read that'll work. 2 hours? Will everything be open by 9 a.m.? So anyways, Yohanka has a quest. I believe it's called... I'm blanking right now. But anyways, those 2 quests will be for probably next stream. Welcome, James. Essentially, yeah, there was a whole bunch of people from the Skalitz raid or whatever that were injured. And we actually, after we finish all the Glisters, we're actually going to be sent over to Sasau, and there will be a few things for us to do over there. I don't remember that being here.
Onions, mushrooms, and asparagus. Come right up. No need to be shy.
No, we don't want to steal. Let's just talk to the person.
God save you, good night. What can I do for you?
So we're looking to probably trade. Let's see what we can sell here. The Bradish. Spiked Warhammer. I didn't mean to put that one over, but yeah, sure. Go ahead and sell that one. Words of Lipa Shield. Wasn't there some weapons and armor that I wanted to come back for somewhere? Yes, there was, actually. Will that stuff still be there? I'm not sure. Not sure. What about the dagger? I mean, we'll probably keep that on us still. We probably had an additional dagger, spare dagger somewhere, right? It says we only have one right now. Anyways, let's go ahead and... How much did we get for this? 123?
Let's have a word about the...
Naturally.
We'll haggle, but you know what? There you go. Keep the change, good sir.
Here you are, with a little top up.
My word. Thank you kindly.
Alright, there we go.
Morning. Bread.
So now we gotta head over to a couple other shops. Unfortunately, we can't sell everything at a single shop because
Garlic, onions,
only certain people want to buy certain things. What's that all
I'm
about,
at your
huh?
service.
I like how they consider us knights. That's fun. Let's see. A few things to sell. Yes, these hunter gloves that we're currently wearing are of full condition, which is nice. Leather gloves, Malgoif. Essentially anything that we don't actually have on us right now, yeah? I mean, some of these... Did we have padded black coifs? I mean, for like our stealth gear. I feel like if we did, I probably would have left it off in the horse. So we could probably sell all this stuff. If not, then we'll probably find more of its type around somewhere. What was that last thing that I put in there? Van braces? Yes, we have the cumin van braces. That'll do us pretty well for now. And that's all that we could sell here. And, yeah, I'd say that's, pretty... That's a lot of items. I think we're gonna
Can we
haggle
do
that one
something
down.
Well,
Or up, in our case.
Is this enough?
close. Drop the price a bit more and we'll shake on it.
Okay, how about 1,000, huh? Let's go just shy of that.
Finally, a reasonable sum.
Hey, we got an extra 90 and a bit Groschen from that one. We'll probably have to also talk to the tailor, and then we'll have a check to see... Right, the tailor doesn't wake up for a while now, huh? Or doesn't open up for a while, anyways. What else did we actually want to sell here? Those apples aren't really good anymore. How about these apples? Edible. Artemisia potion, bandages, bard potion. Boar's hide. I don't know where to sell that kind of stuff. Maybe there's a general merchant somewhere? Possibly one of these.
With salt,
Stalls.
caraway seeds, garlic, and
We've
more.
got
You'll
fruits and
find it nowhere
vegetables,
else.
Baked goods.
Come on up and take a look. I've got everything you need, day or night, at home or at work.
This guy looks to be more of a general merchant. Let's talk to him.
God save you, good knight. What can I do for you?
Okay. I just had a distraction there. Oh, good. What can I sell? Can I sell anything to you? Boar hide. We'll eat the bread. Broken arrows. You don't care about those, do you? Hey, if you want them, go for it. Charcoal. Communion chalice. Silver goblets. I don't know if this trader is actually a good person to sell these things to. I don't know. I don't know who the good people to ask for are. Perhaps the more established shop over here would be a little bit better for that. Instead of just the stall.
I hope I can be of... Take care now.
I don't know if it makes any difference, though. No, probably not. Ah, 53 for the chalice, actually. I think that's probably what it was already. No, not my weapon rack, please. What about this hunting bow? I don't know. Yeah, we have a better bow than that one. Current bow we have is equipped. Where is it at? The ash longbow. Anything else we can sell, I think? The elm longbow. 12-7. With 72 power. Ours is 74. Go ahead and sell that as well. Not sure what honey is for. Got a few different lockpicks. Some are damaged, which is interesting. Ornamented golden goblet. Yeah, just a few of these things that have just been piling up in the inventory for a while. Figured it's time to get rid of. Completely unneeded. And the Groschen will be much nicer. Oh, I see. Their wealth is only 280, huh? Well, that's a shame. I guess we'll have to go to a few merchants for
I'd like to
the rest of it.
Sure.
Satisfied?
I'd almost. Finally.
There we go. We're making some money here.
Spades, forks, and axes. All you need to tame Mother Nature.
And yes, we will go ahead and sell to this guy as well.
Goodbye.
Just wanted to check prices, that's all. There we go. There are definitely a few things that I don't want to sell here. We'll keep all of our arrows. We'll keep our herbs. I mean, we could sell this book. We've already read it. Treasure maps. We'll keep those. Is there anything else? I mean, there's not really. The odd dies. Those are actually really good for dice. I'd love to play dice sometime. I enjoy them. Don't think there's anything else to sell here. Oh, this guy doesn't have any money either. Then what are you selling things for, huh? How are we going to actually make a deal if you don't have any money? I meant to haggle with that guy. Oh well.
Bread. Bread. Rolls and pretzels.
You're a baker and a food trader. You're not going to actually be able to
God's
buy any of this, will you?
Goodbye.
Nope. Not at all.
Come on up and take a look.
We still have like one chalice to sell, right?
Night, home or at work.
Are there any more general merchants around? Doesn't look like it. Cobbler, some taverns, a huntsman, butcher, grocer, baker. Yeah, no luck with that, huh? I mean, I suppose if he's got something worth buying, I could see about getting something from him.
God be with you.
If he's got more, yeah. Does he have anything worth buying? Chamomile? Not really. Arrows? Not really. Those won't do. Yeah, I'm not seeing things worthwhile here. I mean, wounding arrow sounds decent. Let's see. Piercing arrow apparently is the most damage, huh? What does it matter? Power mod. I have no idea what the power mod versus the damage affects. Yeah, they vary in quality. So we've got the difference between a power mod and the actual stab damage. The wounding arrow does slash damage, which is interesting. But I have no idea like what you could expect to be weaker is if like slash resistance versus stab resistance. I know we have more slash resistance than we do stab resistance. Maybe just grab some quality arrows. Those are the most expensive out of them. And quality arrows. 54. And we'll trade you for this communion chalice. And that should be good.
Can we do something?
Why are you walking towards me? Odd.
What do you say to?
Nice. All right, so.
Okay, now hopefully the trader is available and we can talk to the trader. I mean the tailor, and we can talk to them. Go ahead and eat some bread. Any other food here? Honey. It does give some nourishment. Useful to the apothecary, cook, candlemaker, and brown bear. And it lasts forever. Yummy. We got a lot of arrows. We got a torch. Oh, we still have a leftover bow. The yew bow. Hey, that's the tailor. Hello.
Carrots and apples.
Are you open for business yet?
God be with you.
I suppose so. I thought I had things to sell here, but I guess I sold it all at the other places. That's fine by me. I just need another place to sell my bow at. I don't even know how much I can. Oh, we'll have a backup bow. We'll just toss that into our saddlebag. I'm not sure why these don't stack. They are definitely the same. Same durability, same everything. Alright, Pebbles. Let's head off to Master Feyfar. Oh, dodge the people. See, this will be a lot less jagged with better yeah, my little graphics card needs a good break. Knock knock. Hello. Tobias Feyfar. Or Feyfar.
God be with you, lad. What can I do for you?
Master Feyfar, Sir Radzig sent me to you.
Did he? He must think highly of you.
I do the best I can.
That's good, because this is damned important. Silver's our most valuable asset.
How can I help with these, evil forebodings of yours?
Sir Radzig may make light of it, but a large quantity of silver has been discovered hereabouts, and no one is guarding the Skalitz Mines, the most likely source.
You really think someone could be stealing the silver from the mines? I would have thought that would be quite a job, wouldn't it?
It certainly would. Which is why I'd like you to go and check out not only the mine gallery, but also the yard with the smelter and the waterworks. See what kind of state it's all in, and if anything looks suspicious.
Is that the yard next to the Skalitz mill?
That's the one. I don't know what state it's in now. There used to be a stock of charcoal and smelted silver there.
A silver store? Could there really be any left?
I doubt it. I'd be surprised if it was still standing at all.
What about these waterworks? What's there?
A stamping mill and washing troughs. They're on the bend in the river below the castle. You can't miss them. There are big tanks and equipment all around.
You said mine gallery. Just one?
Boy, there's such a maze there that it would take a week to crawl through the place. There's only one gallery I'm interested in, at the foot of the hill by a small fish pond.
Why just that one?
Because I was expecting to find a scene there. All the indications pointed to it. So if anyone is stealing silver, it'll be right there.
Should I be expecting trouble then?
Well, I definitely wouldn't treat the job like a visit to church on Sunday. You could find yourself facing that pack of hungry dogs trailing the army, or a band of brigands.
I see. Well, you and Sir Radzig can rely on me. That's all clear. I'll get going.
Take care.
All right, so that is the quest started for. That would be the King of Silver. This one right here. So we're gonna actually talk to him more about all the Glisters as well.
Master Feyfar, I need to speak with you. I found out something about the counterfeit coin.
Did you really? Do tell.
Close to Rovna, I came across a wagon that was transporting the false coins. Unfortunately, I came too late. The carter and his men were dead.
Damn and blast. Do you know who did it?
Yes. A certain knight turned up there. It turned out he was also after the forgers.
Well, that is indeed unexpected. Tell me, what did he say?
His name is Ulrich. He looked like a knight, but he refused to show his master's colours.
Ulrich, you say? Could be anyone. Can you describe him?
An older man with a moustache. But for all his grey hairs, he seemed pretty tough to me.
Doesn't match anyone I've heard of. But then we don't even know if Ulrich is his real name.
I asked him who his liege was, but he refused to tell me.
We live in such strange times. In days past, knights would vie with each other to see who could extol their liege's name the loudest. And today, they take assumed names, hide their emblems, and sneak around the land like thieves.
I got the impression he was hiding his identity because his master's at odds with Sir Radzig.
That may well be. As a staunch supporter of the king, Sir Radzig has many enemies.
He told me that the fake money was being taken to Passau in exchange for gold coins, then that real money was being brought back to the Bohemian lands.
That would explain why those fakes bear the Passau countermark.
His master is allied with the Passau alderman, and they told him to sort it all out.
I wonder who could be behind it all.
He gave me these documents to show you. He seemed to think they prove he was telling the truth. They're the records of the interrogations in Passau, and some other things he said you'd understand better than him.
Let me see. We, the aldermen of the city of Passau, interrogation held this day, put to pen by the questor. The place of origin is a monastery in the land of Bohemia. Which sadly confirms my suspicion that something underhand is going on in Sasso. Coin assay report. Copper core coated with amalgam. But this is interesting. Here's an outline description of how the forgeries are made. I'll have to study it more closely. We command Herr Ulrich to investigate and let no man stand in his way. This looks like the original safe conduct. It has the seal of the Passau alderman, but they certainly didn't pen this.
How do you know?
I recognize the hand. It's a Clement of Kaplitz, the high scribe of the Rosenbergs.
The Rosenbergs? Who's that?
A rich and powerful family in South Bohemia. Burgrave Henry III is a great rival of our King Wenceslas.
So what does all this mean?
Well, it certainly explains why your knight is so mysterious. Anyway, we should be careful. And we shall begin our investigation. The documents show they use silver amalgam for coating copper fakes. That's a lead we can follow.
What?
Silver amalgam. It's produced from quicksilver and silver.
Well, that doesn't sound like something just anyone can get hold of.
You're quite right. You will go to Sasso at once. Look around the forges in the city. Someone must be working copper for them. I, meanwhile, will take counsel with Sir Radzig and then follow after you.
Where shall we meet?
At the inn on Sasso Market Square. Good luck then.
Okay, so that's probably that quest is probably what we're going to be continuing on next week, maybe. So we're not going to Sasso today. What we're going to be doing today, that should be all that. Maybe we do. Okay. Maybe we continue with all the Glisters. I thought that was that was it for the quest. But okay, maybe we'll go to Sasso and figure out all the Glisters, because that's the name that I put on today's stream. The other thing I'd like to do is the King Silver as well, though. So, also, Pestilence. That's not finished yet either. Just still says wait until the situation clears up. It says wait at least a day to see whether it works, but it's been more than that. Let's see. Anyways, there's Sasau there. And the other thing was heading over to Skalitz. And those are the only two that I had tracking, huh? What is this? New DLC quest in Talmberg. Didn't I have to talk to Sir Radzig as well? Let's give him an update.
God bless you. What troubles you?
Sir, can I ask you about something?
Of course, Henry.
DLC. What is this?
Well, I thought since we chased the bandits out of Pribyslavitz, the roads would be safer.
Ah, criticizing your liege lord, are you? And what, in your opinion, should he do about it?
Oh no, I don't mean anything by it. Just that it surprises me.
Easy, lad. I'm only pulling your leg. You're quite right. The roads really aren't safe. Mostly due to one thing. My garrison is a shamble these days. I lost most of my men in Skalitz, and what I'm left with after Pribyslavitz is hardly enough even to guard Pigstein. Let alone guarding the roads and patrolling the rest of the province. I simply don't have the men.
Uh-huh. I understand.
That is, I didn't have the men. As it happens, you've come at just the right time. Recently, I asked an old acquaintance for help. Sir Kuno of Rickwald and his mercenary band. The men who ride with him are a rough lot, mostly former convicts, but they're as capable as any squad of soldiers.
Well, excuse me for being so bold, but there's plenty of mercenaries around. Surely you can find a more respectable band?
You have a point, lad, but I'd like to tell you I talked to Kuno because I trust him. But actually my reasons are of a more pragmatic nature. You see, Kuno owes me a favor, so he'll serve me free of charge.
So, you want me to join them?
Yes, but that's not all. I told Kuno I'd send him a guide, but really what I need is for someone to keep a close eye on him and his men. Someone reliable. And I'd say you fit the part. Go and report to him at his encampment. You'll ride with his band on patrols and make sure they don't get too disorderly. See you later.
Oh, wow. Hello. It would seem that, Sir Radzig is really getting us to do a lot of work here, huh? Surely he has other people, right? That he trusts. We have to go check out the silver mines. We have to go to Sasau. We've got to go all over the place. So... suppose we'll go to Sasau. There are some things... yeah, like I wanted to head over to Skalitz as well, so... we'll see about that. We'll do what we have time here for. Any ambushes on the road? In Ledechko. I would love to just practice more in Ledechko for archery. Was that Ledechko that had, like, the floating logs? I'm trying to remember. Anyone who might be watching that knows a bit about KCD, do you know where it is that they do, like, the floating logs in the archery? I really enjoyed that part. It was much different, and, yeah, it was much more fun than it was just shooting at regular targets. No ambushes, no events, no anything on the way here.
Salami, sausages, lard of all kinds, and scratchings that make your mouth water more than the finest cake.
Where's the taverns around here? They're the usual places where you find info, huh? Oh, there's one over here. And I suppose we're also talking or looking for the blacksmiths as well, huh? This is the innkeep.
I'm honored that a knight such as you takes an interest in me.
Are there any problems? Well, there was one troublemaker around here not long ago. We dealt with him. He was... The villagers sent the bloody swindler packing so fast you couldn't see his heels for dust. All the way... And there's another thing. You're from Skalitz, ain't you? You must know Fritz and Matthew, then. Them fellows need to learn some manners. They've been making mischief and folk are getting fed up with them. And that's not all. Of course, it's your own Skalitz folk need the most help. There's some of them at the monastery. Talked to your hanker a few times.
That's the
She's
thing that
working
I
her
wanted
fingers
to do
to the
last
bone
time,
taking care of the injured ones there.
stream.
I'm sure she'd welcome some good Samaritan who'd lighten her load. That's all I can think of.
Yeah, I'd like to help out Johanka. And yeah, there was just so many different options for places that I could go from here. Like, I was even planning on doing, well, I was planning on doing the stuff in Skalitz and then heading back to Sasau here. As for where the stuff might be crafted, where could I find a blacksmith's place? I'm not sure. Likely in one of these. There's a lot of question marks here. I'll have to look around and figure out where I might find the smith's places. There's the butcher. Oh, that makes a little bit of sense. What about the rest of it? I feel like there was, I think, like 2 smiths over here in Sasau, if I remember correctly. I believe one was in charge of... Oh yeah, there's just too many question marks on the map. Really need to look at the place. I think I remember there being one across the river. Maybe there was 2 smiths in here. Ah, that's where the baths are. Good to know. There's one smithy. Ah, so there's a weaponsmith and a blacksmith. That makes a lot of sense.
God be with you.
Take care now.
I just want to see what kind of stuff he's got. As for weapons, what is the highest damage sword you got? Duelist. Razor. Razor's got better slashes, but worse stabs. It's at a 4664. My noble sword is a 6161, so I'd say mine's quite a bit better still. Yeah, this noble sword is actually really good. Not exactly sure what I'm supposed to do about the people finding the copper or creating the or working the copper.
My breath is short, my feet are sore. I'd buy a horse, but I am poor. The sun may burn, the sun may shine, but you will not wither, darling mine.
I hope I can be of help to you, Knight.
Do you ever work with copper here?
No, and even if I wanted to, I couldn't. Zach from the Monastery Craftsman's Yard has bought out all the copper.
The monastery's craftsman's yard.
What can you tell me about the Sasau blacksmiths?
There's too many of us, I'll tell you that for free. This is only a small town. There's Zach, who has a forge in the Craftsman's Yard and mostly works on the construction of the church. And then, apart from me, there's Master Armourer Otter of Ramstein.
Tell me more about Zach.
Don't have much time for him myself. He knows his craft, no question. But he seems to think his son, Vitus, will be a master armourer in Prague one day.
My father was a blacksmith, and I expect he thought much the same about me. That's how fathers are, isn't it?
Of course, any man should be proud of his boy. But Zach makes pride a sin. That's why he's at loggerheads with Master Otter.
Can you tell me something about Master Otter?
Well now, there's a master to look up to. He's worked for the lords of Kunstadt and for the richest townsfolk of Prague.
If you don't mind my asking, what brings him here?
The same as draws all reasonable people. He's enjoying the peace and quiet. Or rather, he used to enjoy some peace. That dispute with Zach must have put a few more wrinkles on his brow.
What are Zach and Master Otter arguing about?
Zach had his boy Vitus trained as an armourer in Kuttenberg, and he wanted to buy out Otter's place for him. Except that Otter's a proud man. How would it have looked? A master armourer giving way to a young whippersnapper who's barely let go of his mother's skirts? And they've been arguing ever since. Well, Zach mostly. He badmouths Otter every chance he gets. He claims that he's only fit for mending pots, and that his son will see him off.
That will be all. Thank you.
It sounds like Zach's the real problem here.
They say you're the best blacksmith in the whole region.
Oh, right.
The
This
metal
is another
you
whole
temper
quest.
never breaks.
Ah, nothing but old wives' tales. Of course some of my pieces have broken, but only ever here, at the smithy.
No one's ever returned anything for you to rework, though, have they?
Not that I recall, but I can't remember everything.
Father was a blacksmith all my life. He always stoked up the furnace till it roared gently, and you could smell the heated iron. Then he plunged it into the water, and that was that.
Fine words, and no mistake. I do it a little differently. I heat until the metal is 2-3 shades short of bright yellow. I ease up on the bellows, and after a Lord's Prayer and a Hail Mary, off it goes into the water.
It's strange to think that I'll never help him out with it again. Our forge will stay burned out forever, unless I go back to the trade myself.
It would be a shame not to, lad. Working iron is a worthwhile thing. Godly. It makes life easier for folk. And, let's be honest, you can make a decent living doing it.
And is that all? There's nothing else you do with it?
Well, that depends. I heat it up again after that, but not so it starts to glow. I just hold it like this at the edge of the furnace for a while, and then quench it again.
You quench twice?
Yes, although there's less quenching needed the second time. It doesn't get quite so hot.
And how does that help?
I don't rightly know. I found out about it by chance. I got caught short, needed to piss so bad I left the rod resting by the furnace by mistake. That's how I found out if you quench twice, it doesn't break as easily. No idea why, but I've tried it enough times to know it works.
I'd like to ask you about the tempering process.
And I'd say I've nothing much to tell you. You just need an eye for it and a furnace.
Let's stop talking about tempering. I've heard it said that you're a warlock.
What? Why the fuck would they say that?
They say when you temper steel, you chant spells, and then nothing of yours ever breaks.
Spells? That's a good one. It's no spell, just a rhyme to time myself so I don't hold the steel hair too long. I'll be with you.
All right. Common shields, huh? So, that is part of a whole another sword. Or not sword, quest. And there are certain things, like this, he was, accused of, you know, being a warlock and trying to figure out why his stuff's always the best. But, so we've got that now to pass on. Where is that? Tricks of the Trade. There it is. Let's see. Go back to the Ladechko blacksmith for a word of the tempering process, and repeat the ditty to Ladechko blacksmith. And oh, I guess it's not tracked, so I can't do that. Okay, there it is. Repeat it to the Let's Go blacksmith. So that means we already found it. And where are we heading now? Gotta find out from Zach, the blacksmith. Where would he be? Probably another one of these question marks. I'm hoping to get a little bit more info before we talk to Master Feyfar. Because he was supposed to be coming over here again. And it's always good to, you know, have more info. If you're given a task, and it's good to get as much done of as you can. Let's see. What are we looking for? Will it be inside the monastery itself, or down here? That answers my question. So it says there's a blacksmith somewhere. Is that right over here? I don't know where it is. I guess we already passed it. Oh, just this little building here. Didn't look much like a blacksmith, but it's got a grindstone at least. There's Vitus. And there is Zach.
I'm honored that a knight such as you takes an interest in me.
Do you work any copper here, Master Blacksmith?
Why'd you ask?
I'd want to commission you to make something.
Then you best go elsewhere. I never use copper.
That's not what I heard.
What?
I was told in town that you bought all the other blacksmiths' copper.
I'm being made a fool of yet again, it seems. Anything else? I still have work to do.
So back to that copper, Master Blacksmith.
What? I thought I told you I don't work with copper.
Aha. What can you tell me about the Sasau blacksmiths?
Well, there's Mikesh. He's honest enough, and a fair hand at everyday things. And then there's Master Otter. He used to have talent, but now he's too old, and too proud to admit it.
I assume Master Otter is the weaponsmith. This guy's probably not likely to have much. No, just the regular, ordinary, everyday things. Just like he was talking about. Got a lot here. What about Vitus?
I am at your service, Sir Knight.
I'm trying to figure out who works at the copper.
Your father says you don't work any copper.
We don't.
I've heard differently around town. They say your father's bought up all the copper to be had.
Are you calling me a liar? Or my father?
Ooh, what do we do?
You're right. It's nothing to me either way.
Right. So clear off.
I mean, beside the fact I'm here on behalf of the Royal Burgrave Sir Radzig Kobyla, investigating a grievous crime against the Crown.
What? What are you talking about?
I'd let you read my Bill of Authority, but I doubt you're educated enough to understand it.
I'm so sorry.
But
didn't
it
realise.
worked. Good, good.
If I'd known...
Welcome, Alter Ego.
Of course I wouldn't.
Yes, welcome.
I mean, you understand, don't you?
Stop prattling, for God's sake, and start telling me the truth. What's the story with the copper at your forge?
You're right. We do make copper sheets here at night.
So why all the secrecy about it?
Father forbade me to talk about it. I don't know why. I didn't ask.
Who buys those sheets from you?
I don't know. I've never set eyes on him. Father doesn't like to talk about it.
Your father has some serious explaining to do.
I'm so sorry. If I'd known who you were, I'd never have taken such liberties.
I love being able to name drop. Like, we just got to that point. It's wonderful.
Never mind. You weren't to know who I am. You were just protecting your father's business interests like any good son.
Thank you. Goodbye.
I'm not even gonna bother talking to the father right now. He's a bit of a menace, and he is the reason for the issues. So let's go ahead and give that information over to... Oh, I guess we already have... We can speak with Ulrich. I don't remember where he's at. We found out who works with copper. Why is that not a finished quest now? Maybe I do need to talk with Zach then.
So back to that.
What?
Your son put it quite differently.
What's that? What are you blabbering on about?
Don't be angry with him. I didn't give him any choice.
All right. I suppose there's no point lying. We do make copy sheets here, and I wanted to keep it quiet.
Why?
Pays me good money, and the people I do it for. I wouldn't want to get on the wrong side of them.
Did they threaten you?
They didn't have to. Just by the look of them, I could say I needed to shut my mouth and do what they wanted.
And did they ever tell you who they were? Do you know where to find them?
I know a little. But show some understanding. There's nothing but trouble in it for me. I'll lose the work and be left looking over my shoulder for some thugs to come and burn down my house. Or worse.
If you lie down with dogs, you shouldn't complain about the fleas.
There's no need for threats. We can both benefit here. If I tell you everything I know, you can help me with a certain small matter. One that'll cover up for my loss of earnings.
Do you know what the penalty is for counterfeiting?
I never give it much thought.
Evidently, because the penalty for counterfeiting is burning at the stake, and I can personally guarantee that when you're standing on that pyre, you'll find a loss of earnings is the least of your concerns.
No, of course you're right. I shouldn't have. I'm sorry. It's just that I'm afraid of being left destitute.
So, out with it. What's been going on?
One evening I got a visit from this scruffy beggar calling himself Rapota. He had a yellow cape on and kept whistling to himself.
I'm glad that's
There was a
him.
knight with him too, but he didn't give his name. They told me what I had to do, how much I'd get for it, and I had to keep my mouth shut.
And where can I find this Rapota? Or the knight?
I don't know exactly. But I've always left the wagon with the goods behind the monastery, on the hill there, next to a small chapel under a big tree.
Anything else?
No. I swear that's all I know.
Well, that'll do me for now.
Young man, about that matter I need help with. I'll gladly pay you.
Maybe he's got something else for us, huh? I'm not really interested, but at least I'll find out.
First, tell me what's going on.
I recently tried to buy Master Armourer Otto Rapstein's business for my son Vitus, but that old fool wouldn't listen to reason. He said he couldn't understand his legacy being taken over by a clod like my Vitus. Despite the insult, I doubled my offer, but Master Otto still wouldn't budge.
And what is it you need from me?
I thought I'd show Otto that Vitus isn't such a dolt as he thinks, but for that I need someone experienced in combat.
Well, that doesn't sound so bad. What's your plan?
Otter's busy making a very pretty suit of armor for the bailiff. So I was thinking, if we could show that pretty armor of his is absolutely useless, he'd be disgraced.
And how am I supposed to see to that?
Well, I'd reckon we'd arrange a duel of champions with bludgeons. You'll put on Vitus's armor, and Otto will send his champion in that tin shit of his. You invite the bailiff to watch, and Otto will be made a laughingstock in front of everyone.
Then what do I get out of it?
Vitus will let you have the cuirass from his suit of armor, and I'll throw in a few Groschen on top.
Sounds good.
And I'm sure a fella like you will be glad to be on good terms with the best armorer for miles around, eh?
That remains to be seen. Do you really think that will work?
Otto's always mouthing off in the alehouse that my young lad isn't worth a damn. Once I show he's just a bitter old bastard spouting hot air, his business will be ruined, and Vitus will reap the reward. What with all the strife in the country these days, there'll be no end of work for a good armourer.
But what if I lose?
Nonsense. How could you? Vitus's armour is light as an eggshell and hard as a rock.
How about if the armour for the bailiff mysteriously went missing?
Jesus Christ. Although, if Otto doesn't agree to the duel, it might be the only option. You're right. Do whatever you think fit then. But if the armour gets,
Of course.
I didn't want
Take
that.
care.
I was just using dialogue options. What else do we got here? Tricks of the trade. King Silver rattled. I think the... I see. I really don't want that. Rattled. That'll be literally like right now, huh? What's the time? Literally right now. Okay, well... hopefully I don't actually have to steal it. Because I really don't want to. It was just... I read that dialogue option wrong, and, yeah, that's not exactly, what I wanted from that. Anyways, we can now go where? Master Feyfar is over there, and, Ulrich is over here now. Okay.
Yeah.
He is now staying in Sassau. So maybe we'll be able to either get some more information, or give some more information over to him.
Yeah.
I believe this is where I'm supposed to go. Let's see where he's at. Looks like he can't sit there.
So, what did Master Feyfar have to say?
I consulted him, and we definitely have a starting point.
Tell me more.
Master Feyfar found out they need copper sheets for the core of the coins, and quicksilver for the the other part?
I see. They have such materials at the monastery.
Exactly. That's why I'm interested in the local forges.
Yes, that is good. Yesterday, I heard people from the craftsman's yard by the monastery complaining. They said they could not sleep at night because the blacksmith works all the time till dawn.
I see. That's certainly worth asking about. Have you heard anything else?
You said they use quicksilver. There is a painter lodging here who is painting the church in Ujits. I heard him complain also. He said that he went to the monastery for quicksilver and it was all gone.
Well, that's something to follow up as well. Thanks.
I'd like something to eat.
There. Satisfied?
Okay, he did give us some more information. So, we could talk to the painter, and it looks like he's already here. Then we'll be able to swing back down and talk to Feyfar. Where's the painter at?
Ridiculous for a thing like that to go missing 3 times in a row.
God be with you, good sir.
I hear you've had some problems with the supply of quicksilver.
Problems? I should say so. For the 3rd time this month they've told me they've none. There's no quicksilver to be had, they said.
And who exactly are you talking about? Who's holding back the goods on you?
The monastery overseer, or his assistant, more like.
So what did the overseer have to say to you?
Nothing. Apparently he doesn't deal in such trifles. Leaves it all to his assistant, the pompous git.
Surely such valuable material can't just vanish. Where can it be?
I wish I knew. Every time I ask for the red paint, there's a different reason why they haven't got the quicksilver to mix it. Once they said the goods never arrived, and another time that the wagon carrying it was ambushed. Then it went astray somewhere.
And you think they're lying?
Jesus, what do I know? But it seems pretty strange to me. 3 times in a row the same thing goes missing. There's bad luck and then there's something else.
What do you need quicksilver for?
I don't. They do. To mix up the red pigment for me. I'm painting the church in Ujits. Can you imagine how stupid those biblical scenes look without red?
Not really.
Then be glad you can. My eyes hurt just to imagine it.
That's all I need to know for now.
Ah. But wouldn't you care to buy something before you go? Or play a game? I really need some money. I've been waiting here a while and my stay's getting expensive.
There's always time for some dice. Let's see what you can do.
Good luck to you.
How about a bit of grub?
Could use a little bit of weighted dice. Is that too mean?
Your fame precedes you. You won't get the better of me.
Have a beer.
What do we have here? It has been a long time since I played. I think we're supposed to get runs, 50 points for 5s, 100 points for 1s. Let's see. What do we actually have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Here,
The 1 through 4 doesn't seem like it scores much, though.
I'd like something to eat.
All right, let's just score and roll again here.
Ale as usual.
A meal to go with the
Same
ale,
thing.
please.
Use your head, man. You'll lose everything. Use your head, man. You'll lose everything.
And sure, we'll go ahead and just pass here. Not getting super great rolls. He's got some fancy dice over there, huh? 3 of the golds, huh?
We'll see. Now I'm for the chop.
Hey, that's good for us. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, huh?
One beer.
1, 2, 2. Okay, let's just take a 5 and go again.
come
Oh, I should
on.
have taken the 1.
It's time I had a
There's a
throw.
1.
Hardly worth talking about.
Dang. Unlucky.
Hey, I'm dying of thirst here.
Oh, dang. He
This'll
got
be the one.
triple 6s. Yikes.
What the hell's
That's
with
bad
these
news.
damn
Oh, he
dice?
busts, though. That part's good for me, at least. 300. Or I could hope to roll something else on those ones. I'll take the 200, I suppose.
Enjoy it.
And 3s.
There. Satisfied?
No way, he got a...
That's it.
Is that a run of 6? Well, dang. And it, what in the world is that
Should I?
luck?
Shouldn't I?
You rolled triple 6s
No, I
after that
daren't.
as well? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah. Give me a minute. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Alright. That was a good lucky roll. What else do we got here? 4 5s and a doubles for 6, huh? Looks like the doubles for 6 doesn't actually score. But 4 5s is 1,000 points.
One beer.
Nice.
It's just ridiculous for a thing like that to go missing 3 times in a row.
He offered a game of dice. We won it pretty well. Look at that.
A tankard of ale for me.
Pour me an ale.
So now, investigation in the overseer's office. Check the place where the materials are handed over, and to speak with Master Feyfar. Okay, before we go further, I suppose we should go ahead and talk to Master Feyfar about all that we've learned.
Yeah.
Before we start taking any more drastic actions, I suppose. We can do the other things first, I suppose. It's just it's still research. Checking the place and talking to the overseer. It is still technically research, so we'll go ahead and do that. Where is it? We're following the A, I believe. The Savage Bird. Where is this handoff spot? Does it keep curling into the woods? 'Cause we're... I guess we're not quite going in the direction of Pribyslavitz. It is just in the woods, huh?
Yeah.
And the road keeps going onwards. We'll have to meet it halfway here. Hello.
Why are you just sitting around?
What's up, Alter Digo?
Why not? Admiring the view. People just do not appreciate a lovely view these days.
Does the name Rapiter ring any bells for you?
Rapota, you say? Rapota. No, I can't hear any bells ringing at all.
Look, you little jester, I'm investigating a crime against the king on the direct orders of Sir Radzig. Are you really going to keep pretending you don't know anything?
Hang on! What's all this about a crime against the king? I'm just keeping an eye on things. When a wagon comes in, I make sure nobody robs it. I get a commission for that, that's it.
See? That didn't hurt a bit. Bit of friendly advice. You're wasting your time here. Rapiter's scarpered and won't be coming back this way anytime soon. You might as well pack up and go home.
What? That bastard owes me 12 Groschen. Damn it! Now what? Ah, well, no use hanging around here anyway. In any case, thanks for the information. I could have been stuck here for weeks.
And it's just hanging out here. Cool. If you don't mind, I'm gonna grab a meal. Thank you. Well. Hello there, Beach. I took a little bit to realize you might have been talking to me there. It's going pretty well. Not sure if you heard yet, but I went ahead and got myself a new graphics card, so we should be able to play this game soon. Yeah, we should be able to play this game soon with much better graphic settings, and should be a lot smoother as well. Where did I leave my horse? Pebbles, where are you? Oh, there you are. All right. So yeah, I'll be working on swapping my graphics card out and changing a few settings and setting that up. Hopefully it'll all be ready by Wednesday or before Wednesday for next stream. I went ahead and got myself a 4070 Super, a very fancy card. I got a little bit more than what I needed. I grabbed a MSI Gaming Slim is what I grabbed. And looks like a very nice card. It's overclocked by a fair bit as well. So Best Buy sales were doing okay for me. So well, I got it from Best Buy, but I also had a few gift cards from, past couple Christmases or whatever, and I had there were some Black Friday deals attached to it, which was nice. Oh yeah, we're supposed to be heading to talk to the Overseer. That's where we're going.
Yeah.
I was thinking I was going back to Master Feyfar. I'll do that in a moment though, after we've got all of our other objectives complete. Not sure how much you guys know about computer components, but I've been researching for a fair bit, so. What am I supposed to be doing here? Just talking to the Overseer? Continue the investigation in the Overseer's office, huh? Good one. You grabbed an Asus GeForce 4070 Super. Which model? Because that's what I was looking at until I decided to go with the MSI Gaming. Did you go for a dual? Did you go for prime or tough? New level in reading. Cool. Some fancy stuff here.
It's a penance.
Oh, a bunch of books as well. That'd be interesting. Not exactly what we're looking for. Nope. Not what we're looking for. Cobwebs here. Okay, you did go for the duel. See, that's the one I was going to get, and I decided to treat myself to a little bit more I was kind of going between like MSI and Asus there at the end. And it is actually like that one's probably the cheaper one. I think I could have saved an extra $60 by going with that one, which would have been sizable. But I'm happy with what I got. So, continue. Okay, where am I supposed to actually be going here? Lockpick hard. Too difficult. Apparently can't get through there. But I can get through here. Also too difficult. That's a bother. What kind of form factor are you looking for a case? I'm just trying to find where this, where the extra info might be. I can't get into like all of these chests here. They're too hard for me, which is really unfortunate. Seems like I can get into this one easily enough, though. But there's nothing in it. A treasure map, though. Very nice. We'll take this. Page torn from a book. That sounds like it could be useful.
You have no business here if you aren't among the
I suppose that's the prior, huh? Okay. So you're looking at Corsair 4000D or 7000D. What did I get? Okay. The one that I actually have right now is the Corsair Carbide 270R, I believe. Like, this is probably 4 years ago or so since I built my own PC. Where is it that I'm looking for all of these things? Am I just supposed to be talking with people? Am I actually supposed to be looking into these things?
God be with you.
I'm looking for some quicksilver. Would you have any on hand?
Talk to my assistant. He deals with such trivial matters.
Fine, thank you.
Take care now.
This is continuing the investigation in the Overseer's office. Seems odd. Why that lock is locked, I'm not sure. Where is the assistant at? Other porter, stonemason. This is starting the quest that I don't want to start. What card do I currently have? If you were to have a guess, what would it be? What would your guess be? Your best guess? Mind you, you can see the frames that I'm running. I'm running on 1080p. and I am streaming with my processor, not my graphics card. Overseer's Hand. Is this who we're supposed to talk to?
Good health to you.
Do you have any quicksilver in stock?
Who's asking?
Nobody. I'm just asking.
Then I don't have any.
That sounds almost as if you don't want to sell it to me.
It's not that I don't want to. It's that I can't.
Oh, okay. We could try to talk him into it, but into telling us, but the skill check sounds a lot harder than this one here.
Bollocks! Tell me this instant what you've done with the goods.
Nothing.
Okay.
And
you're fairly new
I'd
to
advise
PC
you
gaming.
to calm
Well,
down. We're on hallowed ground.
You're a fine one to speak of hallowed ground.
Here,
A lying thief in monastic robes. What next? A whore dressed as a nun?
This is blasphemy.
I'll give you blasphemy. I'm sure you know what our Lord did to the money changers in the temple.
What do you mean? You're not going to hurt me, are you?
Tell me what's going on here and I won't have a reason to.
Jesus. But I didn't know anything about any counterfeiting.
For your sake, I hope that's true. Now tell me what's been going on.
I swear, I wouldn't normally do anything like that.
Get to the point.
They came for me at noon, directly to the office. The overseer was somewhere on his rounds. Some night, it was, without a crest, armed. He called himself Sir Jezek, and he had a lackey with him called Rapota, a scruffy fellow with a yellow cape. Always whistling he was. They told me they wanted all the quicksilver we order for the monastery. Of course, I told him that wouldn't be possible.
And then what? Did they threaten you?
Not at first. They tried to bribe me, and when I refused, they started threatening.
How did you hand it over to them?
I take it up the hill behind the monastery here. There's a big tree there with a small chapel underneath. Sometimes Rapota is there waiting for me. If not, I leave it there.
What did they threaten you with?
They said they know people in the monastery, that they'd have me thrown out and beaten for stealing.
And you had been stealing? I mean, before then?
You know how it is. I work my fingers to the bone and they pay me a pittance.
So they knew about you?
Yes, they knew my name, everything.
Very well. Thank you.
God be with you.
Seems like it might have been done from the inside then. He knew everything that was happening? Or if the other people knew everything that was happening with him, all of the stealing, I wonder if they let it slide specifically so they could use it to blackmail. Unless it could be someone within the monastery that's trying to do this. I think that's what they're getting at here. Anyways, we were talking about PC gaming. Yeah, so the one that I have right now, I think it's an 8 and a bit year old card. It's actually a 1050 Ti. It's actually from EVGA. It's super clocked, and I'm going the wrong way again. Yeah. So, like, it's been decent, but with the average FPS that I could get in modern games, well, you see it here. Anywhere from 25 to 45. 45 if I'm lucky. Right now it's hovering around 40. That's why I keep the FPS tracker there, just to keep an eye on it. It needs some help. I feel like it keeps really digging into like my RAM, because like whenever I'm playing a game, my RAM always slows down a lot. I'm going the wrong way again. I just keep trying to follow the road, and it's not the right way. Yeah. All right, try again. So yeah, it's an old card, and a budget card at that. So it's been trying real hard, and it's time to give it a little bit of a rest. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be looking at like either selling it or using it for something else. We shall see. But, yeah, like, I was looking at some average charts, and I found that there on the list. And, like, that was, like, the lowest card that was on some of their charts. And it's like, yeah, you get, like, 30 FPS average on most games with this. And I'm like, oh, okay, time for an upgrade. Because I've been looking at playing some other games, and just some that just haven't been able to run whatsoever, even though on the terrible lowest settings. Like, we're even running very low settings here on KCD. I'd love to be able to play with more, but don't exactly have the ability to. So now with this new graphics card, we should be able to play fairly well. As you can see, like, it's not very lots of tearing and very jarring. That's why I'm like, since our Bard's Tale is all wrapping up, I wanted to start up a new game. And I wanted to actually be able to have a good gaming experience on the new game that I start. So that's why I figured, you know what? It's time to get one. Black Friday sales are here. 50 series cards are coming out soon, but are likely going to be very expensive. So yeah, I'm happy with my choice for now. Let's see, the Sasau Scribe and Feyfar. Hello. My poor little card. It worked so hard. I have no reference. Like,
greetings.
Jumping from a bottom of the barrel, low end 1080 card, and going from a mid to high range, like good 1440 okay 4K graphics card. Like, yeah, like you could run the best run the best like 1440 ultra settings on this kind of like 4070 Super. So you can do a lot with that one. So I have no concept in like how things are actually going to change. Like, I've never ran with a graphics card quite like this powerful before. So it'll be a whole new experience to me.
You look different, Master.
So as to fit in. I don't want it known that I'm in town.
Why?
I don't want to alarm our prey. Gossip spreads quickly, and if those scoundrels learn we're onto them, they'll flee.
That does make sense.
So what have you found out so far?
I found out where they get the copper sheets from.
Really? So tell me.
It's the smith on the monastery craftsman's yard. He supplies the counterfeiters.
Do you know how he gets the goods to them?
No. All I know is that someone called Rapporteur collected the goods.
Not much, but it's a start. At least it's not a common name. Listen, Henry, I had another thought on the way here. Those counterfeiters have to have a punch die to make the fake coins.
Yes, of course.
That's sophisticated work. There's a man I know who works at the monastery yard, Master Engraver Jerome of Silesia.
You don't suppose that he's...
No, not that, God forbid. I know him well. He'd never do anything like that. But he runs an engraving workshop, so he might have heard something.
Very well, I'll ask him.
But ask with tact. I don't want him getting offended. And I prefer you not to mention me at all.
I'll try to think of something. I found out where they get their quicksilver from. You were right, it was the monastery.
It was the only logical explanation.
It changed hands on the hill behind the monastery.
Have you been there to have a look around?
I have, but I didn't find anything interesting.
And have you found out who's behind it?
Rapporteur, once again.
The same scoundrel.
That's all.
Goodbye.
You saying I have to get ready to run KCD 2, huh? I very well might. Actually, when is it supposed to be coming out again? Is it out already? I don't think so, right? What kind of updates do you got on that? so I've got to check the engraving workshop now, huh? That's where it is. Okay.
Yeah.
February 11th. Okay, it's on its way out. And yeah, I don't remember what they were all planning on doing with it. But yeah, it would be good once we're finished this one to take a look at KCD 2. Especially if we can get a little bit more traction on the channel. And it's always nice starting a new game that you're at least marginally interested in. And it can be a huge boost to some smaller channels. So that would be very nice. Engraver. Oh, I've got came too far. There we go. Dark in here, huh? This is where we're looking for, huh? Hello? Anyone home? You know what? If there's no one around, I don't mind doing some lockpicking training. We could use a little bit of that. Since we've been having such trouble with all of these locks around. I have no idea, like, with a lockpicking skill, what it takes to actually unlock some of those things. The guy is right there. Hopefully we don't get in trouble for that. Seem to be just fine. Master Jerome. You should definitely call it for the night, because the light in here is definitely not
help to you,
worth or not good enough.
How goes the work, Master?
Getting there. You need something, my boy?
What are you doing here, anyway?
You're in an engraver's shop, my boy. We're engraving, of course.
Yeah, but engraving what? And what's it used for?
Oh, we engrave wood and stone as well as metal. Here in the monastery, it's mostly about decoration.
You've got quite a large workshop, Master. You don't do all the work alone, surely?
I'm usually here with my apprentice, Florian. Of course, by simple observation, you'll note that this is not currently the case, and I'm here alone. Which means that either I'm a liar or something out of the ordinary has occurred.
I see. I think. So what's happened to Florian?
He shares the fate of the pharaohs for today. The fifth scourge of Egypt did smite him, the plague. Or so his message advised me.
Jesus Christ, the plague?
Do remain calm. I'm quite certain the plague from which Florian is suffering wasn't a judgment from on high. Or if it was a judgment on excessive drinking. I'm told such an ailment can be of truly biblical proportions.
What's he like, your apprentice, Florian?
I'm afraid that his exuberant youth has taken its toll. He's been acting strangely of late. I fear he has delusions of persecution.
I don't really know what you mean, at all.
Recently, for example, he told me that someone was following him. And the very next day he bought a padlock from the blacksmith and locked up his chest, as though I would ever sneak into it. In any case, why the interest? Are you looking for him?
Something like that.
May I ask why?
I have a message for him.
A message? Who would be interested in that wastrel? Other than his furious and deeply disappointed master, of course. About your question, you'll find him at home, no doubt feverishly dying. He sleeps in the baker's cellar.
Ah, thank you. Does Florian have any enemies?
A man such as he certainly owes money at every turn, and the parents of local girls are undoubtedly displeased with his attempts to propagate. However, most recently it was that fury from the baths who accosted him in quite a spectacular rage.
A woman from the baths? What did she do?
The harpy nearly tore all Florian's hair out. I don't frequently feel sorry for my ne'er-do-well apprentice, but on that occasion I made an exception.
Do you have any idea why she did it?
She was screaming about some girl, some flighty bathmaid, Esther. I would say that Florian had felt the joys of spring and acted accordingly, although one would have thought they'd be used to that sort of thing at the bathhouse.
What are you doing?
You're...
Yeah.
I
Oh.
missed it. I wanted
Thank
this
you.
one. Thank you.
Take care now.
Damn! A thief! He's stealing here!
What? Well, excuse me? No, I'm not stealing anything.
God, come here, quick! There's a thief over there!
What the heck?
Help! Arrest that thief!
You! Stop right where you are!
Curva!
You really
You
waited
see
that.
picking a lock. This definitely won't come cheap. You'll learn
Okay,
crime doesn't
calm down.
pay.
Are you pulling my pizzle? Don't you know who I am? You better watch
Oh,
your
I
step,
pulled that
or I'll
card,
make things
didn't
so
I?
hot
And
for
it
you,
worked.
You'll be lucky to get a job slopping out piss pots.
But I was just... You misunderstood me. Sorry. You can go.
Seems like such a fine guy. Thank you, sir. Where's the horse? All right, I can call the horse. How's my food situation here? 80 nourishment? This will probably overfill me a little bit. No? Only gave 16. Okay.
Yeah.
Better not still be working copper over there. Okay, where are we heading? Merhayed? No. We need to talk to Lady at the Baths and right, Florian, the engraver's apprentice, over in the baker's room.
Yeah.
Okay, that's where we head next then. It's hard to tell where to go in the dark, but at least I've been lost enough times to kind of figure it out by now. Straight through here is the bridge. Yes, good. I saw those lines and I thought there was like people standing there ready to ambush me. Do I talk to the lady at the bathhouses first? Probably. Should be open by at this time still. Probably.
Who's there? Hey, you there. You gonna hang around here gaping like a
Is there
stuffed
something
squirrel
you
all day
need?
and night? If you can't pay for a bath, clear off.
Hey, you there. Are you going to hang around here gaping like a stuffed squirrel all day and night?
Oh, they don't like that, huh?
Can't pay for a bath, clear off.
This is where we are. Supposed to be, anyways.
If you don't stop staring at my cleavage, you'll end up cross-eyed for life.
Alright. Maybe we should come back here another time. Looks like where we're trying to get into is locked. So I suppose we'll go knock over on the baker's door then. Is this the right way? This one here. Okay, it was a little bit further than I thought it was. Here. Let's go, Pebbles. I thought it was close, but apparently not. Ah, baker here. Okay. This is probably going to be another case of you can't come in. Oh, wait. No, we're in the wrong spot. Baker's basement, huh? Alright, well, we can lock, or we can pick some doors. Oh, not looking to draw swords. That's a little much. I will go ahead and pick some locks, just for the skill gain, as long as you don't get caught. I'm not going to steal anything, though. That's not what we're here for. Nothing in here, huh? I'm really not trying to pull out my sword. And I suppose we'll just have to find a place to stay for the night and then wait till morning. Actually, Florian's here.
I am honored that a knight such as you takes an interest in me.
You look quite sprightly for an invalid.
What? Who the hell are you?
My name's Henry, and I'm making inquiries for Sir Radzig Kobyla.
And what do you want from me?
Straight to the point then. All right. I've been investigating counterfeit money, and the trail led me straight to you. Does the name Rappator mean anything to you?
I don't know. Maybe?
Don't bother. I know you know him. You make the punch dice for the counterfeiters. How do you hand them over? Do you know where their workshop is?
I can't say anything. I'll deny everything and you've got nothing on me. No evidence, just accusations.
You just incriminated yourself.
One man's word against another. Like I said, I'll deny everything.
And do you really think that's going to help you? Your word means nothing. You've got the tools, the knowledge, and the workshop. The only thing missing is a motive, but I'm guessing it's money.
I don't give a fuck about money.
So what then?
Those bastards kidnapped Esther. If I don't cooperate, they'll kill her.
I'm sorry about that.
Me too. Listen, I'll tell you everything, I promise. But only if I know that Esther's safe.
What, so I'm to go searching for her in the woods?
I know where they're keeping her, but nobody will help me. And what can puny little me do faced with those strapping great villains?
Look, Florian, I'm sorry for what you're going through, honestly. But I'm not the only one who's after these people. As soon as they get wind of something, they'll be out of here and Esther will be gone with them.
If Rappator finds I've told you anything, they'll kill her.
Not if I catch Rapiter first. He's here in town, isn't he?
Yes, he is. They found me in the tavern one evening, caught me when I went to the ship pile, and they started to badger me about working for them.
They?
Yes, Rapiter. And a knight they called Sir Jezek.
And then what?
They explained what they wanted from me, and I told them to sod off.
I'm guessing that didn't go down too well.
It wasn't all that bad. They just threw me on the dung heap and left. I thought it was just a drunkard's joke. But then they took Esther.
Where will I find Rapiter?
He's usually wherever I am.
What does that mean?
He watches me. Everywhere I go. And when I'm at home, he sits on the bench in the square, watching my house.
So he's there now?
Hard to say. Sometimes I see him in the tavern on the green, buying supplies.
All right. At least I know where to start. And you go to work tomorrow, you hear?
Why?
Because we have to lure him out. And besides, your master will surely be glad to see you.
I have my doubts.
How did you hand over the punch die to them?
Rapiter waited for me behind the church. I didn't want to give it to them without seeing Esther first.
And did they let you?
Yes, although I don't really know why. They took me to a derelict farm in the Skalitz Hills. My poor Esther, they'd scared her half to death.
So at least you know she's alive.
Who knows? It was a while ago. And they never let her go, even after I did what they wanted. They said they'd be needing more.
More punch dies?
They wear out over time. They have to be replaced regularly.
Why didn't you tell anyone?
At first, I took it for a bad joke. And then, when they snatched Esther, there was nothing to be done.
I suppose I'd better go. I'd hate the bastard to get away.
Go. I hope you get revenge. Good luck, then.
Well, I'm glad we were able to get in there and pick his lock. Convenient. So, where are we looking for? We still hadn't found the person with the bats. And it looks like that's our next quest marker, at least.
A tankard here.
Coming right up.
And someone named Elijah. Look at that. Bailiff, priest, gambler. Someone there for king. Innkeeper.
Good
Got
day
any
to you.
rooms?
Are there any problems around here I might be able to help with?
Nothing I've heard about.
Farewell.
I just wanted a room. Well, maybe we can talk to
Here, enjoy it.
Fire Lady there. Alehouse maid. That's her
Jesus
name.
Christ, your clothes! Were you assaulted? God bless.
Yeah, I suppose our clothes need to be repaired a little bit. Oh yes, I guess
Good luck then.
tavern doesn't mean lodgings. Where would I find lodgings? Over there, huh? Well, it makes sense. That is where, what's his name? The knight we found earlier. That is where he was staying. Well, if we're gonna get a good night's sleep, we probably need to go over there then. Oh, and I fell. Up.
Yeah.
It's hard to maneuver in the dark here. Across the bridge, and it should be right to our left. Yes? The building that we keep almost running into?
Hey! He's here again!
Well, I never. Henry!
Hey! What are these guys up to? Troublemakers, huh?
What's he doing?
Wasn't Matthew, like,
I'm
sick
glad
or
to see
caught
ya.
the plague or something?
Matthew! Fritz! You're alive!
Of course we're alive.
You can't get rid of us that easily.
I'm almost surprised how happy I am to see the pair of you are all right.
We are now, but we barely made it.
Yeah, it was hard. Fritz ran like a little girl.
Really?
Bollocks! Bloody joker.
Tell us what happened to you.
They gave me a pretty good thrashing as well. It was only in Rattay that I got back in my right mind.
You're not doing too well either, are you?
Right now, I'm a squire for Sir Radzig.
I see you've worked your way up.
And how are you two getting by?
It's shit.
You said it. We're still chopped off to bits. Owe the monastery a bundle. And there's no work here.
Not for anyone with more than half a brain, anyway.
Well, you two and work never got along. But don't tell me that they're not in need of carpenters. They're reconstructing the monastery.
They don't want us there.
And there's nothing else around here.
Hey, you wouldn't happen to know of anything?
It will really help us out right now.
Try to help. I'll find you something, or I'll do nothing for you.
Well, I can ask around, but I'm not promising anything.
Thanks, Henry.
We'll pay off the debt. Don't you worry.
Oh, that's cool.
And where would they hire you to?
Well, we were carpenters in the mines, so wherever they work with wood, I suppose. Forget about construction. After Skalitz, no one will be building for a long time. Just here in Sassau, and they don't want us here. The best chance we have is to work at a mill. People always have to eat. Ideally, we're looking for a job that pays a lot and doesn't require much work.
Lockers.
What other neighbours of ours made it?
Your hunker's in the monastery. That girl really helped us out. That's about all we know. When we ran for it, we helped Teresa, but who knows where she is now? We got separated.
I owe my life to Teresa. She hauled me unconscious to the mill in Rattay and nursed me back to health.
I'm glad she survived. Since you know her so well, why not try asking her if she knows about any work? See you later.
Oh, alright then. Well, farewell, friends. Off to find a room for the night, if we can. Okay, hello, people. Farmhand. Painter. Innkeeper, hello. Are there any rooms left?
Is there somewhere I could sleep here?
All right. For how long?
Just the one night?
No problem. But you pay in advance.
Here you are.
You'll like it here. Like sleeping on a cloud it is.
I heard that if you choose the for a few nights option, it becomes a permanent place to stay. That's interesting. Where's my room at? Not here. Alright, where else then? I have no idea.
Mother of...
Where do I go to sleep?
On the upper floor of the inn. There are steps up to it outside. The middle room is yours.
Cool. Wonderful.
God bless.
So we're heading up to the top here. Oh, nice. There it is. 1, 2, 3 rooms, huh?
Closing time.
Very nice. What? We get this big of a room? Only for 2 Groschen? for a night. We're living in luxury over here. Look at that. Alright. Go ahead, sleep and save. And let's see. Yeah, we'll see how much is left to do in this quest. I think we're still on the same quest, aren't we? Might do a little bit more before wrapping up the night. There we go. Wow, we got such a big room. Honestly, we haven't had a place that nice in a long time. Everyone gets a good, decent-sized room, huh? This one even has 2 beds. Oh, what was on the... Here. Oh, I thought it was a readable book. Figured we could improve our reading skill a little bit. But, I suppose we'll be off. And we're off to the bathhouse to, see what's going on here. I believe we're supposed to talk to someone about Esther, huh? The proprietor? Probably.
Good morning.
I hear you're at odds with apprentice Florian.
At odds? I'll give you at odds. It's that sod's fault they took my Esther. Poor girl. I shudder to think what's become of her.
This guy just awkwardly standing here, trapped between us.
What exactly happened?
This man came in wanting a bath, and Esther with it. She doesn't normally offer that kind of service, but I didn't see the harm, so I sent her in to him. And suddenly I hear screams. So I run out, and I see the bastard pulling her out of the tent and shoving her into a boat.
Wow.
I'm sorry they took her, but what exactly has it got to do with Florian?
They shouted at me to tell Florian that when he wises up, he'll get the girl back.
I see.
I assume that Florian knows this, Esther.
You know village girls. They don't get much of a choice. Every other knave has a turnip for a brain, and if they don't, they're relatives. And then some young dandy turns up who writes her little poems. What's the poor girl to do? And this is how it ends. She should have stuck with the turnip heads.
Where can I find this Florian? I'd like to ask him a few questions.
He works in the engraver's workshop at the monastery craftsman's yard. And if he's not there, he'll be holed up like the rat he is in the cellar he rents from the baker. He's afraid of me, for sure.
He really doesn't like him.
What did the bailiff make of it?
Don't even get me started on that. He's another fine... I won't say what. I told him everything, but he says he won't do nothing about it.
How's that then?
He wouldn't tell me to my face, of course. But people here don't think much of us. There's some as reckon my Esther deserves what she got. Poor girl.
It sounds like you were close to Esther.
I loved her like my very own. She came to me as an orphan, like a wolf child she was. I raised her and taught her and gave her a job, and now she's gone. Who knows if she's even alive? God bless.
I suppose while I'm here, I may as well pay for the services, huh?
I'd like to know more. I'm interested.
And what is it you'd like?
Bath and laundered garments. Thank you.
Proper bath. And my clothes need washing.
But of course. Money first, though.
Fine. Here it is.
I'm sure you'll be extremely satisfied.
May the Lord watch.
Oh, right, it takes like a while. Doesn't it? Oh, maybe not. It's just laundry. Oh, right, because last time it took a while for us to actually heal. Because we chose the heal, launder, and bath. Hey, horsemanship. Cool. I guess there's probably not a perk point for that one. We are still waiting till Vitality 12. What about Warfare? Oh yeah, I was just trying to consider that one. Chain Strike wouldn't be bad. I think it would be great, but against all odds, the number of times that you can get outnumbered, that's probably the best one. What else? 2 sword skills. We don't really use the long swords. Hunting, drinking, maintenance skill. Ooh, I don't mind that. 50% chance, or 50% greater chance of causing bleeding. That's what we want right there. What that's going to do is actually help us out a lot. Help us out a lot on combat, because we've got a few things that like give us buffs when we first draw blood. So that'll be good. What else are we looking for? Oh yes, good question. What are we looking for? Probably the guy. He's supposed to be over by the tavern somewhere. We need to hunt him down. And if he's not by the tavern, I guess it depends where the guy, or where, what's his name is. Not seeing him here. Florian is still here.
Jesus Christ, be...
That kidnapped
Esther.
You're trying to haggle.
I won't let you push...
What, you mean the way you aren't being pushed around by the kidnappers? You'd be more convincing if you weren't shaking in your shoes.
Jesus Christ, will this never end?
Now talk.
They found me in the tavern one evening. Caught me...
They?
Yes.
And then...
They...
I'm guessing that...
Yeah, we did that part already.
I suppose I better go.
Go. Take care now.
I suppose
That
because we
kidnapped
didn't
girl
agree
Esther.
to anything,
Yes.
it's not counting as a,
Very well.
as a quest there.
I'll bring back your Esther.
Really?
I said I would, didn't I?
Where are they keeping her?
In the Skalitz Hills. There are some abandoned
Skalitz,
cottages
sorry.
around the mines. That's where I
Is this
saw
a
her
ways
last.
from them?
They took me there when I said they had to let me speak to her.
All right. I'll go there and try and think of something.
You're my saviour.
Don't get your hopes up.
See you later.
Okay, so apparently there's been a guy that's been keeping an eye out on his room, but I'm not seeing anything like that. Where do I even go from here? Find Rapota. We'll be following Florian on his way back to work and back. He often sits in the market square and watches Florian's house. There he is.
Are you Rapiter by any chance?
Pardon me? Do we know each other?
No, but I'm hoping to change that.
Well, I don't have much time right now. I'd best be off.
It'll only take a moment.
All right then. What do you want?
I know that you spy on Florian. I know you were involved in the kidnapping of the bathmaid, and I know why you're doing it all.
It seems there's no point making excuses.
None. Now tell me where their workshop is.
Of course. That will be the best solution.
So?
Let's leave it for another time.
Is it better to just try tackling him when once he runs out of stamina? What are the chances of that? Or will I run out first? It seems like his stamina is infinite. That's not great.
Yeah. No, I give up.
Oh, we cut him off.
So, are you ready to talk?
Hitching him on the bridge was actually really nice.
Just don't hurt me, please. What do you want from me?
Tell me where the workshop is. Don't worry. Your master won't be punishing you for betraying him. You're both going to have too many other problems.
It's in the Skalitz Mines.
That doesn't narrow it down very much.
Really?
On the eastern side of Skalitz Hill, there's an abandoned mine gallery.
I'm glad that we finished this quest
used to
first
be
before the
abandoned.
next one then.
Now there's a small camp in front of it, and the workshop is inside.
Who is your lord?
Sir Jezek of Ronov. That's what he calls himself, although Ronov Castle's long gone.
What happened to it?
Ron.
Why? Everyone knows that when a lord dies without issue, the king can confirm.
But
Hey, 1 second.
I think I've heard it.
Can I ask you?
Yes?
I'm gonna come back to
I
this
don't
later.
want to hang.
Ah, you're not worth tainting.
Apparently, I failed the quest to go save Esther. We'll go ahead and do that one. So, first to save Esther, and then... and then the rest of it, huh? Is that where we should leave it for today? Let's see. 10:30. And where's Esther at? I guess we'll have to, grab the quest here. We can only track 3. Okay, well, we'll wait for Pestilence. And Tricks of the Trade we could leave for another time as well. Yeah, that is a ways. I mean, it's not terribly far. But let's be on our way. We'll see what's going on. We'll probably be continuing next time. Since, we're starting to run low on the time that we've got here. And honestly, this is a much bigger quest than I thought it was going to be. Like, I read a brief description of the quest. It's like, oh, well, go talk to this person. And yeah, I didn't realize that there would be, like, so much investigation. And it's a much longer quest, a much bigger quest. So anyways, we'll be continuing next time, and we're still on this quest, right? All the Glisters? It sounds like we're almost finished it. Like, once we have Rapata, and once we save Esther, then I think that'll be just about done, because he'll show us where the workshop is. But honestly, like, I'm kind of surprised. Like, it's taken a lot longer. And, we'll be continuing on it next time. And then we've also got the other quest that happens to also be in the Skalitz Mines, which is... where is it? The King's Silver, that's it. where we have to examine the mines and everything. So in theory, if I was to do this quest, and that's what I originally tried to do, is first I would go ahead and find out that information from, what's his name? Rapta. And then I would go over trying to save Esther after I knew the location. And because I was in Skalitz area, then I would have done King Silver. Although we'll have to probably head over there, start investigating. Maybe we'll start King Silver quest and then make our way back here to Sasau. That might be best, and then we can get that info from Rapta. Alright. I'm assuming this road will lead pretty close over to Skalitz. We're heading northeast. And it seems a good direction to me. Oh, bother. Did you just... There's...
Yeah.
You really have to modify these roads. It's far too many trees in the way here.
Yeah.
These roads are actually quite laughable.
Yeah.
Okay, looking out or keeping an eye out for ambushes. I'm not likely to find anything before they happen. Because we're going a little fast for that. Where are we at now? I suppose we're almost where they're holding Esther, and I don't really know where to go from here. Let's try this way. No idea if it's the right one, but we could try. Seems like there's a bunch of big hills and mountains and such here. I ran out of a road. Where'd the road go? This can hardly be called a road. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
Like, they have carts, but how do you get them from place to place if this is what you call a road?
Someone there?
The answer to my prayers. Just when I want. Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely look like bandits. Oh, as if. Of course they can.
Watch out!
That's absurd.
Here. What's the matter? Come on. To arms!
That's hilarious. You can gallop away and then they'll just go ahead and hunt you down anyways. All right, bandits. You want something?
Bring it on!
Ah. Oh, great. Like that's brutal. I've got 0 stamina to do anything, and of course they can just hit me.
You're dead.
Take that.
Ah, I can't even see a thing.
You call that combat?
I'm going to enjoy this.
Oh, come on. I blocked, but not good enough, I guess. That's a bother. That's the one thing that I don't like about this game, is the unhorsed mechanic. They'll be they literally could not touch me with a 10-foot pole there. They probably couldn't touch me with a 15-foot pole, but because I was running away from combat on horseback, they essentially, I'm not sure if it's a lag thing or if it's just, yeah, if it's my computer that's happening or that causes it to happen. But we'll at least be able to rule out the graphics card next stream, which will be nice. Very, very nice. But yeah, like, if I'm running away on a horse, and like that, like I had just 0 stamina there. That was the issue. Like I turned back into them after I had spent all my stamina, which is just a really bad move. But yeah, just the idea of like getting dehorsed like that, with like 6 of them, it's just brutal. I don't understand why like they're able to dehorse you from such a long distance away. If it wasn't for that, that would have been fine. Either I would have gotten out, or I could have started that from a better position. But yeah, because I got dehorsed, that wasn't really an option. So we'll probably go ahead and beat them next time. I don't know. I guess this isn't cleared out again yet. I'm not exactly sure which of those paths to take in order to find Esther there. I wouldn't mind having a little rematch against those guys, though. You know, that would be a great test to see how well the graphics card runs in the middle of a big combat like that. That'd be interesting. So, I'm gonna head back over there. And we'll probably just leave this for next week. Super excited to try out the new graphics card, though. My dad was like, if I were you, I wouldn't have been streaming at all tonight. I would have canceled it and said, I'm setting up my new computer now. And yeah, that's entirely reasonable. Oh, out of stamina, huh? Alright, but yeah, this is stream time. I'm busy tomorrow. Got stuff going on, so I didn't exactly, I wasn't able to postpone it. So, I just figured we would do it now, and, it'll take a while working on it. Probably gonna do a full wipe. I'm not sure what needs to be done. Probably should learn a little bit of BIOS and maybe even a little overclocking. But that's not something I know about. Oh, bother.
Hey, what are you doing here?
That's a random event that I didn't come across earlier. That was a lot of people. And all in very, very heavy armor. That was very concerning. Okay, well, we'll at least start heading this way. This is where I found it last time. We're looking for something there up ahead. Oh, there really are a lot of little mine entrances. This is huge. Mine gallery over here. Like the fact that all of these mines, they start up all over here, right? They are also all over here. Like, this whole thing is just the giant silver mine. Like, that's an impressive size. That's massive. Oh, yes. And we'll make sure to start tracking that quest as well. There we go. And yeah, we'll be back next time. Thank you all for joining us. We'll continue on with that combat, and we'll see how it goes. But I suppose we'll go over here and do we not have any saver snaps? That's kind of important. Surely we have some here, yes? 7 of them. Well, we'll take a few of them. Thank you. And there we go. Thank you all for joining. We'll see you next time. We'll be back on Wednesday, and hopefully we'll have the new setup going on. Yeah, new graphics card, all of that kind of stuff. We'll see you. Yeah. We'll be back on Wednesday for Conan Exiles. We'll be back again on Kingdom Come Deliverance for Friday. So we'll see you there. And until then, everyone, farewell. I wanted to actually, before I leave, thank you, Alter Digo. Thank you, Beach. And thank you, James, for stopping into the chat today. And Ella, of course, as always, you're wonderful. So yeah, see you next time. Farewell, everyone.